Hello, hello, hello. I'm Bike again. Your main, the real Bill Real. Got a quick one for you today, folks. I got to give props at the beginning of this video to Ringo Raw and O'Shea Duke Jackson. I listened to both of their videos and they got me to thinking, and which has led me to this title that I know you just read. Yes, there are three stages that you must catch a female before she enters. Three stages. They stole, I'm taking a little bit of their thunder, excuse me, and I just like to give my own take on it. Ringo is suggesting that females should be married at 16. In the United States, they do have laws that, I believe some states, the parents can sign off and allow them to get married. I believe as early as 15. I believe in some states. Okay, don't I don't know which states, but I've heard that before. Anyway, what I'm going to say is this: the female in the United States, if you want to be safe, make sure she's at least 18 years old. Okay. Well, let me back up. It's three stages: before she's had sex, before she is in debt, and before she has had a baby. Those three stages there. You need to catch her before she has experienced those stages. Okay? And I would first like to state, as I was about to say, make sure that she is at least 18 years old. That way, regardless of what state you're in, you're covered. Okay? Don't mess around with her unless you see her ID. Like the porn guys do. Hold up your ID, all right? You got to see the ID first, guys, okay? You got to protect yourself. You can't get caught up in the statutory rape that could happen to you if you have sex with a female and her parents don't know about it or whatever. Anyway, if you don't know about her parents and whatnot, that's obviously an indicator right there. If you catch a female, okay, I'm just going to keep talking about like what they have already explained. And go check out their videos, okay, because they did a really good job of breaking this down, much better than I will do in the time that I'm going to do. But if you meet a female and she has already had sex, technically she is the wife of the guy that she had sex with. Okay? Technically, this Western society does not recognize marriage in the way in which it really is, the real true context of marriage. But if she has had sex, you are taking a huge risk at there being problems in the marriage. If you look at just one simple thing, okay, of her comparing you to him, okay, yes, I had to break it down on the most basic level. Okay, when you enter into your wife should think that your penis is the bomb. I don't care if you're working with 5.5 inches. She's never had sex before. So sex with you is amazing. But if by chance she's had sex with Tyrone and Tyrone was packing 9.5 and he was extra thick, just naturally, she's going to compare. All right? Or if she has allowed some guy to go down on her and he had the silver tongue and whatnot, and she freaking squirted a couple of times before she ever even had sex and whatnot, and come to you, you don't even do that, or what? Don't even put yourself in the position for her to compare you. Don't even put yourself in that position. Also, just like Ringo was saying, I will agree with this, that the first 2 to 3 guys that a female has sex with, they mold her. She gets a taste for that kind of guy. This is true. Just think about it, guys, when it comes to you. I know that you're different, but the first couple of chicks you had sex with kind of set the tone with all the other kind of chicks that you ran into. Just be honest with yourself. So you don't want to deal with that. And I would even say this for guys that are not virgins. Okay? You can stand not to be a virgin. All right. I know you're like, that's a double standard there, Bill. What are you talking about? Yes, life is not fair. But I'm telling you guys, if you want to make sure that you're going to get what you really want, all right, not what's available, what you really want, you want a virgin on your marriage night, okay? You want to be the first guy that goes inside of her raw. All right, let's just keep it real. All right, you don't have to worry about her having any sexually transmitted diseases. Now, you need to make sure that you're clean. You need to make sure that you get a checkup from the neck up and all this other kind of from the neck down too, because you need to make sure that you're not running up in that woman giving her venereal diseases, okay, STDs and whatnot. All right, it's only fair. But on your marriage night, you should be going up in a virgin, okay? And she will love you for the rest of her life. Why? You're her first, okay? She never gets over her first. And how fitting, you're not supposed to get over your first, which is supposed to be your husband. Unlike in our society where the women have had sex with 15, 20, 30 guys before they've, decided that they're going to, quote, settle down, all right? So, which is a joke, all right? Because by that time, she's full of semen, she's full of all kinds of demons, and she's crazy, like literally crazy if she has not saved herself for her husband, all right? The second phase is debt, all right? And debt actually goes kind of hand in hand with the third phase that you must avoid. But let me go ahead and get back to debt. When it comes to debt, if you get with the female and she has, say, been to college, okay, and she does not know how to, use accepted for value and, basically come out from underneath a lot of this debt and whatnot, chances are she has a pretty hefty student loan bill, okay, that's due, and she's paying on that, and she probably has a couple of credit cards. The more attractive that she is, 9 times out of 10, the more in debt she's probably going to be because she has to keep that up. I'm just talking like just on average, all right. Obviously, if you have certain black chicks, not all, they tend to be, a little bit high maintenance. She has to keep up with that weave. She may be, she may wear makeup. She may be really good with dressing. So she's going to have the latest clothes and shoes and shirts and, what I'm saying, that whole thing. So usually, she's going to have a few credit cards. She may be somewhere in the neighborhood of $5,000 to $10,000 in credit card debt too. So most likely she's going to have a car. That's debt also. Okay, she owes the car dealership where she's paying that. On top of insurance, gas, whatnot. So basically, if you catch her and she is in debt, that is going to be a reason as to why she's going to be a bit bitchy. All right, let's just keep it real. You find a female who doesn't have any financial bills or burdens hanging over her head, she's going to be just naturally nicer, a kinder person, okay, because she's not bogged down with that, which is why I said make sure that you catch her before she enters into the debt stage. All right. And the third stage is the baby stage. If she has allowed a man to have sex with her without a condom and he has ejaculated inside of her, that is her husband. All right? As I keep saying this to you guys, that's her husband. That's the reason why they have a baby together. They are a family. And if you go and start messing around with another man's wife, I don't care what she says to you about him, there's going to be problems for you. And if she was not good enough to keep him, all right, keep the whole family intact, that is a warning to you that if she couldn't keep the relationship together and she is pregnant or she had a baby from him, what do you think is going to happen with you guys? Huh? So you want to avoid a female who has a baby. That's going to get in the way of your dating, the spontaneity. It's going to be a debt that she is, child care, transporting them or whatnot. I mean, that child is going to be before you. Like I told you guys before in my other video. You must calculate this in and say, hey, you know what, what is this really that I'm walking into? What am I going to have to sacrifice as a result of me accepting not only her, but her child? Okay, so you're gonna have to now be responsible for taking care of her and the child, regardless if she gets child support from the father or not or whatever. You know, that's now your responsibility. So you meet somebody who has a ready-made family. Okay, so these are the 3 stages that you must avoid. All right, you must avoid these 3 stages if you're going to get a female that you can mold, one that you can create something with, start afresh, start anew with. All right, as opposed to the other females that are out there that really, if you are truly honest with yourself, they have a lot of baggage. They have a lot of problems because of those 3 things that have already transpired in their life. All right, they've already had sex with somebody. They've already had sex with multiple people. They are in debt, credit card debt, student loan debt, car payment debt. Okay, and they have someone's baby or babies. That's a bad deal for you, dude. I don't care what you think or what she looks like, what her body looks like, or any of that stuff. You got to look at it, from a business perspective and say, what am I getting? All right, is this a good investment or a bad investment? All right, and obviously, if she doesn't have any respect for her mother or her father, don't even deal with her. I don't care if she is 18, has no debt, and has no babies. If she doesn't have respect for those people, forget it. You stand no chance of getting her to obey you or respect you or be any kind of mother figure to your children, or be a homemaker or want to work with you or anything like that, because she can't even work with the people that made her. There are some situations where, hey, her parents may have attempted to abuse her, or they may have really treated her horribly. Yeah, there are some situations like that, but if you can't meet the family, stay away from it. You don't want to be bothered. Take it from me. I know what I'm talking about. I've rattled on long enough. Avoid females who have experienced these 3 stages. All right? I can tell you from experience, had I taken this advice 20 years ago, my life would have been totally different. So that's my video for today. I'll be talking to you later. Peace.